Penguin Random House Audio presents How to Be a Living Thing. Meditations on intuitive oysters, hopeful doves, and being human in the world. This is the author, Mari Andrew. Author's Note. This book is a reflection of the quiet, hidden conversations between us and the natural world. A reminder that our stories, though human, are also animal, earthy, and cosmic. As I ventured through the pages of biology, I marveled at the small and often invisible threads that connect us to the creatures we share this planet with. I've let my imagination wander where science sometimes leaves room for wonder. And in this space, I hope to illuminate some truths that don't always fit neatly into a textbook. In this book, I've taken certain liberties, blending timelines, reimagining figures, and walking the line between fact and myth. I've woven together history and biology with a thread of whimsy, hoping to echo the beautiful complexity of life itself, sometimes messier, sometimes more wondrous than primary sources can fully capture. I've played with the spirit of science, where the visible and invisible coexist in a dance of discovery, and where the unknown is just another invitation to wonder. I hope you'll read this not as a definitive account, but as an exploration. An invitation to sit with the animals for a while, to listen deeply, and perhaps to find something about ourselves reflected in their gaze. We may not understand exactly what they're saying, but we are all part of the same conversation. Thank you for reading with an open heart. Introduction. On Cats and Embracing Humanness. My cat, Sunny, is so good at being a cat. She's exotic to me, wild, sneaky, and solitary. Her recent ancestors have evolved to get the attention of humans, so she will do charming things like meow in my direction or nibble my hands to wake me up. Most noises scare her, but she proves her inner ferocity when she hunts a fruit fly. Everything about her is perfectly cat-like, and even her most annoyingly cat-like moments, jumping up onto a shelf and breaking things, are well within the range of proclivities unique to her species. I think about this when I remind myself that being good at existing as a human means making mistakes. That missing the mark, flailing around, not knowing what's going on or what I'm doing are well within the range of proclivities unique to my species. I'm just humaning, I tell myself. The way I tell myself that Sunny is just catting when she scratches my furniture. If I were a beloved pet, I can only imagine my adoring companion saying, "Oh, she's just humaning. Humaning today, are we?" And then I do something wonderfully, endearingly human, like laugh or have an idea or make a sandwich. To be human means to be imperfect. But what else does it mean to be human? This question has been on my mind the past few years as my so-called faith in humanity wavers between horror and awe. When I read about what we do with our enormous capacity for violence, I nearly convince myself that our species must have resulted from some destructive glitch in an otherwise harmonious universe. Moments later, when I see evidence of our enormous capacity for compassion, I return to my long-held belief that people must be good at heart. You see, humans are my favorite animal. And that's saying a lot, because I love all animals very much. Yes, even rats, but we'll get to that later. What's not to love about humans? We are an ever-evolving species known for our inventiveness, silliness, sociability, and staggering range of emotions, which we channel to create murals on the sides of structures we built and songs on instruments we invented. Oh, right. There's a lot not to love about humans. As of right now, around the world, there are multiple vicious conflicts going on in which people are justifying doing unspeakable things to other people. I see images and read reports from these wars that chill me to the bone. I read reports from my own city that are just as horrifying. Abuse, exploitation, vandalization of a food pantry, destruction of a wildlife habitat, and exploitation of beings and resources. When I share my love of animals with others, I often hear the same response. I love animals too. I love them more than humans. Humans suck. And I very much get that sentiment. Give me a groundhog over most people any day. But I really love humans too. I don't believe we suck. It's only when I get caught in the question, are we good or bad, that I doubt my belief in us. The capricious relationship we have to our own kind is probably as old as we are. War, romance, sacrifice, cruelty, and friendship have always existed and have always hardened or softened our connection to those around us. Who could blame us for confusion about our own species? Our behavior is contradictory. The same people who advanced lyrical poetry also gleefully fed their citizens to lions and cheered from the seats of the Colosseum. The same men who were brilliant and brave enough to create a template for representative democracy weren't wholehearted enough to exclude the brutality of slavery from it. One of the most evil-doing figures in history was an animal advocate and landscape painter. And some of our most lionized figures in the arts and politics were abusive lovers and awful parents. Those of us who follow feel-good social media accounts just to swoon at the kind deeds of our fellow humans may also binge true crime stories to indulge in the dark reality that we are all capable of so much worse. As one of the most human-loving poets, Walt Whitman, wrote, "We contain multitudes, yet we seem to have a lot of trouble accepting contradictions in one another." It doesn't cause us nearly as much grief to acknowledge that bears are beautiful and ferocious, or to admit that the pets we adore are often the bane of our existence. That's why the less time I spend unraveling the good-bad binary and the more time I spend in and with the natural world, the more I feel love for all of us humans, even myself. If I were going with a binary, Sunny is not a good cat. Not by pet-owning standards, anyway. She's too feral for lap-sitting and too dependent to be on her own for long. Needy and avoidant is a tough combo, and probably one that many who have spent years dating are cautious of. That's perhaps why she was in the shelter for a long time. Yet, I wouldn't change a thing about her. I get a thrill watching my cat skeptically accept small portions of the love I have for her. And I appreciate that it takes her a long time to trust for reasons I'll never know. She wholly gives what she can when she's ready, and every little nudge or mew in my direction is worth celebrating. Sunny's default nature is so nervous that even the smallest display of affection is a triumph of her trust in me. A simple brush against my leg is all she can offer most days, and because it took years to get there, it means the world to me. I adopted Sunny at the city shelter from a list of animals to be euthanized that same week I got her. Trust issues aside, her very existence is a miracle of timing. Every day she lives is a cosmic bonus, so every one of her acts of connection is a bonus too. My cat is so easy to love, not because she cuddles, she doesn't, or comes when I call, not a chance, or lets me kiss her on the nose, my greatest dream, never to come true. She's easy to love because she gives what she can in the time that she has, and I consider that small gift to be hugely valuable. She reminds me that you can fail every day and still be loved beyond your wildest dreams. She shows me what it looks like to be cared for without a single condition. She looks Grace right in the face and hisses at it. And yet she is precious. As a living thing, she does what her species of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?